Welcome back to Stoic Wisdom Daily. Have you ever noticed that some people seem to age overnight, while others carry a timeless energy despite the years? The Stoics believed that our external appearance is merely a reflection of our internal order. If your soul is heavy, your face will wear that weight like a mask of stone. Today we are uncovering the 15 hidden mistakes that are silently draining your youth and making you look exhausted. This journey isn't about expensive creams or superficial fixes. It is about the internal architecture of your life. Before we reveal these ancient secrets, make sure to subscribe to Stoic Wisdom Daily to master your mind and reclaim your vitality. Let's begin the transformation of your spirit and your reflection. The first thief of your youth is chronic worry. Marcus Aurelius taught us that we suffer more in imagination than in reality. When you constantly rehearse disasters in your mind, your body stays in a state of high cortisol. This survival mode breaks down your skin's elasticity and creates deep, permanent lines of stress. You are literally carving old age into your face with the chisel of unnecessary anxiety. Every hour spent worrying about what might happen is an hour stolen from your physical radiance. The Stoic path requires you to distinguish between what you can control and what you cannot. By releasing the phantom fears of the future, you allow your features to relax and your natural energy to return. Second is the poison of hidden resentment. Holding a grudge is like drinking hemlock and expecting the other person to die. This internal bitterness tightens your facial muscles, creating a permanent scowl and a heavy jawline. A face locked in judgment loses its natural glow and replaces it with the gray, cold texture of a soul that has forgotten how to forgive and move forward. Forgiveness is not a gift to the other person. It is a gift to your own biological health. When you release the anger that has been festering within, you release the tension that has been aging you. A clear conscience and a heart free of malice are the greatest cosmetics ever discovered. Third, a lack of purpose makes you look defeated and ancient. Without a why to pull you forward, your physical posture collapses. Stoicism teaches us that a man without a goal is like a ship without a rudder, drifting aimlessly in a cold sea. This physical slumping doesn't just hurt your back, it projects an aura of extreme fatigue and old age to everyone who looks at you. When you have a mission, your spine straightens, your eyes sharpen, and your movements gain a youthful precision. Purpose is the fuel that keeps the fire of the soul burning bright, and without it, the stone of your body begins to weather and crack. Fourth is the modern trap of digital overload. Staring into cold blue screens for hours numbs the spirit and strains the eyes. This creates a hollowed-out look, a digital fatigue that makes your gaze appear vacant and old. The Stoics valued presence and deep attention, but your mind is fragmented across 1,000 useless distractions. This mental fragmentation translates into a dull, tired expression that no amount of sleep can truly fix. To reclaim your youth, you must reclaim your focus. Disconnect from the noise to reconnect with the silence that nourishes your mind and refreshes your appearance. Fifth, neglecting your physical temple is a silent crime against your future self. Seneca reminded us that the body is the soul's dwelling. If you treat your body with indifference, neglecting movement and nourishment, you are essentially letting your temple fall into ruin. A neglected temple looks old, not because of time, but because of a lack of maintenance. Poor circulation and a lack of vitality make your skin look sallow and gray. You cannot have a vibrant face if you treat your body like a forgotten ruin. Honor your physical form with discipline, and it will reward you with a resilience that defies the calendar. Sixth is the exhausting pursuit of external validation. Living for the applause of others is a heavy burden that few can carry without breaking. This constant performance creates a nervous tension in your movements and a desperate, searching look in your eyes. This mask of perfection is heavy, and wearing it every day ages you faster than any physical labor ever could. When you stop caring about the opinions of the uninformed, you gain a lightness of being. Authenticity is youthful. The moment you decide to be yourself, you stop performing, and the lines of exhaustion caused by social anxiety begin to fade. Seventh is the habit of complaining. Every time you vocalize a grievance about something you cannot control, you are leaking life force. Complaining is the anthem of the powerless and the elderly of spirit. It settles into your features as a downturned mouth and a weary expression that repels others. To the world, a complainer always looks older because they carry the weight of a world they refuse to accept. Stoicism teaches us to meet every challenge with silent action rather than loud lamentation. By closing your mouth to complaints, you open your eyes to the beauty of the present. Eighth is the refusal to accept change. Clinging to a version of yourself or the world that no longer exists creates a friction that wears you down. Stoicism teaches us the concept of amor fati, the love of fate. Those who resist the changing seasons of life look brittle and ancient. They are like old trees that snap in the wind. However, those who embrace the flow of time retain a fluid, youthful energy. Acceptance is the secret to a spirit that remains agile. When you stop fighting reality, you stop exhausting your nervous system, and your reflection begins to show the peace of a master. Ninth is the suppression of true emotion. Being a Stoic does not mean being a cold, unfeeling rock. It means mastering your internal landscape. When you bottle up grief, joy, or passion, the internal pressure eventually manifests as physical wear and tear. This suppression creates a mask of stone that feels artificial and tired. The Stoic allows themselves to feel, then uses reason to decide how to act. By letting your emotions flow through you rather than getting stuck inside you, you prevent the internal corrosion that leads to premature aging and a haunted expression. 10th is the lack of silence and solitude. In a world that never stops talking, your mind never stops racing at a dangerous speed. This constant mental noise creates a scorched earth look in the eyes, a deep-seated tiredness that sleep alone cannot cure. Without the silence of the soul, the face can never truly rest. Spend time in the quiet, for it is in solitude that the soul repairs itself. A quiet mind produces a face of calm, and calm is the ultimate enemy of aging. When you find peace within, the world sees a person who is centered, strong, and timeless. 11th, the company you keep determines the energy you radiate. If you surround yourself with toxic, draining people who live in chaos, you will inevitably begin to look like them, gray, tired, and depleted. Their darkness becomes your shadows. You begin to look older because you are absorbing the decay of those around you. Choose your circle with the wisdom of a philosopher. Surround yourself with those who seek growth and light, and you will find that their energy acts as a mirror, reflecting a more vibrant and youthful version of yourself back into the world. 12th is the mistake of overindulgence. Whether it's food, comfort, or temporary pleasures, excess dulls the senses and makes the features look bloated and weary. A life of pure comfort is a life of slow decay, and it shows in a dull, uninspired expression. The Stoics practiced temperance because they knew that discipline is the key to clarity. When you moderate your desires, your body becomes leaner, your mind becomes sharper, and your eyes regain the fire of a warrior. Discipline is not a punishment. It is the ultimate preservation of your vitality. 13th is the loss of wonder and curiosity. When you stop looking at the world with the eyes of a student, your face loses its light. Curiosity is the true fountain of youth. The moment you think you know everything, you begin to fossilize. A mind that is always learning, always questioning, and always exploring remains youthful forever, regardless of the years. The lines on a curious face are lines of laughter and discovery, not lines of boredom and bitterness. Never lose the spark of the seeker, for that spark is what keeps the stone of your being from turning cold. 14th is the mistake of living in the future or the past. By dwelling on yesterday or fearing tomorrow, you are never fully inhabited in your own body. This lack of presence makes you look like a ghost of yourself, faded, thin, and ancient. You are missing the only moment where life and vitality actually exist, the now. Stoicism reminds us that the present is the only thing we truly possess. When you focus your entire being on the current moment, you become solid, vibrant, and alive. This presence is felt by others as a magnetic, youthful energy that no physical age can diminish. Finally, the 15th hidden thing is the fear of mortality itself. When you fear the end, you fail to live the beginning. This fear creates a heavy, dark aura that ages the soul and the skin simultaneously. At Stoic Wisdom Daily, we believe that by correcting these internal errors, you can reclaim a vitality that time cannot touch. Reclaim your spirit, and your face will follow. If this wisdom resonated with you, share it with your lifestyle friends who need to hear this truth. Wait for our next video as we dive deeper into the ancient arts of living. Don't forget to subscribe. Master your mind, and the years will have no power over you. Remember, you are the artist of your own stone. Stay wise, stay strong, and stay youthful.